Good morning, everybody. We'll begin today's session. The first question for the day. In a new form of decimal system, the numbers 0 to 9 are represented by a new set of symbols. For example, the equation 1 plus 4 is equal to 5 is represented as equation 1. If in the solution to equation 4, one digit appears twice, what number will replace the question mark? Okay, we are given three conditions here. So first we know that in this new decimal system, the numbers are from 0 to 9 and they are represented by some symbols. The 0 to 9 numbers are represented by symbols. We are given the first equation 1 is 1 plus 4 equals 5. 1 plus 4 is equal to 5. If in its solution of equation 4, one digit appears twice. ये वाला fourth equation में one digit is appearing twice. This is the third condition which is given to us. So of the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, what we know is we know 1, we know 4, and then we also know 5. We don't know any other numbers and symbols. Now, the next equation, equation 2. Equation 2 में क्या दिया गया है? 4 plus some number will be equal to another number. ये 4 है, हमको ये पता है from this part. Okay? We don't know what this number is, but it means a single digit number. What we also know in the equation 3 is two double digit number minus a single digit number. ये 1 और 4 है, will be equal to 14. Now, please note, if I want 14 here, and that to a double digit minus single digit, we have to find the possible numbers that are there. But first, we'll look at what a ये वाले condition में क्या आएगा. कि 4 plus a single digit number will be a single digit number. What are the possibilities? 4 plus 2 equals 6. 4 plus 3 equals 7. 4 plus 4 नहीं possible है क्योंकि 4 हमको पता है ये नंबर है. 4 plus 5 भी नहीं possible है क्योंकि 5 ये वाला नंबर है, so it's not possible. And 4 plus 6 will be a double digit number 10, so that is also not possible. So we know that ये जो second equation में उसमें दो ही possibilities है second equation की, 4 plus 2 और 4 plus 3. ऑल्सो तीसरा इक्वेशन थर्ड इक्वेशन जो है उससे हमको पता चला कि वन डबल डिजिट नंबर माइनस अ सिंगल डिजिट नंबर विल बी 14. Anything. Now, if I want 14 in the answer for this, the double digit number has to be 20, maximum 20. 10 से 20 के बीच में हो सकता है वो, 10 भी नहीं, सॉरी 15 से 20 के बीच में वो नंबर हो सकता है. बट वी आर सेइंग 1 नहीं पॉसिबल है क्योंकि 1 इज दिस, सो 20 पॉसिबल है. 30 नहीं पॉसिबल है, 21 भी नहीं पॉसिबल है बिकॉज 21 में से आपको सिंगल डिजिट नंबर, सॉरी 14 चाहिए यहाँ पे, तो वो नहीं आएगा, पॉसिबल नहीं है सिंगल डिजिट नंबर से सब्सट्रैक्ट करोगे. तो आई ऑब्वियसली नो कि ये 2 है, ये 0 है, -6 will be 14. So our assumption that 4 plus 2 is equal to 6 is this equation is wrong. And I obviously know that 4 plus 3 is 7 is represented by equation 2. So ये 3 है और ये 7 है. So we know 3 and we also know 7 now. And we also know 2 क्योंकि ये 2 है, ये 0 है, ये 6 है, ये 1 है और 14 है, वो तो हमको पता ही है. So we also know 2, we also know 0. And we also know 6. ये वाला 6 है. Now, this number, fourth equation वाला number. So हमको वो क्या नहीं पता है अभी, so far 8 और 9 नहीं पता है. So we are in a good position to find which is the answer, okay? Why am I saying this? Because we'll use this condition, the last condition for that. What is this number? This is 3, 1, 3 plus. This number I don't know, but this number I know is 6. So it can be 86 or 313 plus 96. 313 plus 86 will be equal to 399 and 313 plus 96 will be equal to 409. What I also know is one equation, one digit appears twice here. So ये 9 नहीं हो सकता, ये 80 होना चाहिए, तो ही 399 जिसमें 9 is a digit that appears twice is satisfied. So ये सही है. This is a wrong assumption. So The correct answer is 3, 9, and 9. Okay, we'll move to the next one. What is the area of the black portion if the square is of the length 16 centimeters? Square का length is 16 centimeter. हमको area of black portion ढूंढना है इसमें. Okay, let's do this. It's just a matter of how the geometry is broken. It's just a matter of figuring that out इसमें. कि black portion का जो area है is in what proportion to the white portion or to the whole square rather. So when I draw this kind of quadrant, I know that ये और ये same है. ये quadrant और ये दोनों quadrant same है. ये quarter और ये quarter square का same है. But ये और ये भी same है, but I don't know how is it related. So if I draw a further, extend this geometry further, I try to replicate this form here, which is possible. Okay, like this. Here also, same thing I do. What I find is कि वो जो पार्ट दिख रहा है मुझे ये क्वार्टर और ये क्वार्टर में, वही पार्ट सब क्वार्टर में आ रहा है. What it means, also I will now try finding what is the relationship between the trapezium and this triangle wala form. So when I just extend this line outside and when I draw this kind of a connection, what I find is कि ये triangle when it shifts here, it actually forms the trapezium. So एक क्वार्टर स्क्वायर का जो ये वाला क्वार्टर है आपका, सॉरी, स्क्वायर का जो ये वाला क्वार्टर है आपका, दैट क्वार्टर is made up of 4 such parts. This one quarter is made up of 4 such 1, 2, 3, and 4 same parts, same area के parts. So if I assume that area of one black part to be x, area of one black part, which is x, this will be equal to, there are 16 such parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Total there are 16 parts, and that all 16 parts are divided in the whole square. So 1 by 16 multiplied by area of square, which is 16 into 16. The area of one black part will be 16 units. That's where. We'll now count the number of black parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So area of black in the shape will be 6 multiplied by 16, which is 96, which is the answer. Okay. We'll now move to the next one. The figure shows two concentric equilateral triangles. This is one triangle और फिर दूसरा triangle ऊपर है. Okay. The figure shows two concentric equilateral triangles with a circle within, such that the circle touches all the edges of the triangle. If the radius of the circle is √3, what is the total length of the star-shaped outer border formed by two intersecting triangles? We have to find outer border का star-shaped outer border का perimeter or the length of it. Okay. Now we'll do it. If I just draw the hidden geometry, what I will find is, मुझे ये वाला जो बाहर वाला triangle है, when I just flip it inside, वो मुझे center पे touch होगा. What it means is ये vertical line which is there will be the radius. So if I assume the center to be O, A, and B, angle B in the triangle OAB will be 60 degree. So I can, because it's a right angle triangle, I can take tan 60. Tan 60 degree will be equal to opposite OA upon base, which is AB. Tan 60 value I know, √3 is equal to OA value, which is the radius. Radius का value हमको दिया है √3 upon is equal to √3 upon AB. So therefore AB का value will be 1. AB is 1. So if I assume this to be point D, then side of side ABD will be equal to 2 into AB, क्योंकि वो A point is the midpoint of BD, which is 2 into 1, 2 units. So the perimeter or length that we have to find will be equal to, कितने parts है? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. There are 12 parts. So 12 are हर एक parts का, because this is also an equilateral triangle, हर एक part का length will be 2 units, which is equal to BD. So 12 into 2, 24 is the answer. Okay. Now to the next one. The image below is made up of separate pieces. What is the least number of pieces that needs to be moved, rotated, or flipped for achieving symmetry about the central vertical axis? For to achieve symmetry about the central vertical axis, how many pieces will be moved, rotated, flipped, or moved, rotated, or flipped? Okay. So basically, even if we are able to find the number of pieces that are different, we should be able to get the answer, because there are no pieces that are modified. The pieces are either moved or rotated or flipped. Okay. So these are all the pieces that are either moved, rotated, or flipped. So the correct answer here will be 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay. We'll move to the next one. Shyam runs a dairy. In his cattle herd, each white cow gives 12, each brown cow gives 7 liters, and yellow cow gives 10 liters. He has drawn a sketch of his herd, which is shown below. Use this sketch and to calculate the amount of milk produced by his dairy in 1 day. We would identify the day, how much is the milk produced by the dairy in 1 day. Okay. So first we are going to calculate कि कितने cows है जो milk देती है. The first is white cows. Okay. How many white cows are there that gives milk? The cows that give milk, which are white, are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 white cows give milk. 6 into 12, which is 72. Then we will look at how many brown cows are there. One second. That give milk. The brown cows that give milk are 1, 2, 3 and 4. इसके अलावा कोई दूध नहीं देगा. So brown cow is 4 multiplied by 1 cow gives 7, so 28. Then we will look at how many yellow cows are there that give milk. So yellow cows that give milk are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay. So yellow will be 6 multiplied by 1 yellow cow gives 10 liters, so 60. Now add all of them up, the correct answer will be 160. Okay. We move to the next one. Tile X was used to create a seamless pattern when arranged as shown below. Which tile from the options will create a seamless pattern that is without gaps? X से ऐसा seamless pattern आ रहा है, तो कौन सी टाइल से ऐसा पैटर्न आएगा जिसमें गैप्स नहीं होंगे या ओवरलैप भी नहीं होगा? Okay. We'll find the answer. So this is how the arrangement will be. In the case, this is option A, this is option B, this is C, and this is option D. So in this case, option A may we find these triangular gaps which are getting formed. With option B, we find this weird shape that is getting formed as gaps. So A or B nahi possible hai. With C, it definitely creates a seamless possible option. So it's possible, and D is also possible. So the correct answer is C and D. Okay. We'll move to the next one. Which of the options on the right can be formed by folding the profile shown on the left? One or more options are correct. We're given a surface surface development here, we have to identify कि कौन सा 3D बनेगा on the right, which is made using this kind of surface development. Okay, now do this. Option A, green and green यहाँ पे है. So green and green coming together happens here. ये दोनों edge they are on this side. जब ये उस साइड हो गए तब ये वाला और ये वाला position are little bit problematic because when it is on the other side ये actually उल्टा होना चाहिए आपका. ये दो पार्ट्स है वो आपके यहाँ पे और यहाँ पे होने चाहिए, not the way it is shown here. So this is option A is wrong. Next, B. Yellow and yellow, they come here like this. So yellow and yellow coming together is this edge and this edge. ये दोनों edges एक साथ होंगे तब ये orange वाला part yellow से joining है, फिर blue आ रहा है और फिर green आ रहा है. So this edge is fine. Likewise the other side also. ये वाला जो edge है जो हमको दिखाया गया है that has this edge, so B is correct. With case of C, green and yellow coming together मतलब ये वाला base है. ये वाला जो base है आपका when I look at it, that's this at the bottom. This orange and this orange का position. This orange का position is correct. So C is also correct. And then the green and green coming together. Green and green coming together is this two coming together like this. जो नीचे आएगा. Then the blue and the orange comes, which is also correct position. Blue and orange का यहाँ पे आएगा. Then comes yellow, which is seen here. And then comes one color and then we have orange. That happens here, green and then orange. So D is also correct. Correct answer is B, C and D. Okay. We'll move to the next one. In a 3D structure made of cubes of equal size, an L-shaped hole is made by removing a few cubes as shown on the left. Which of the 3D structures in the options on the right would successfully pass through the L-shaped hole given that they are also made of cubes of same size? Okay. Which of these 3D solids will pass through the L-shaped hole is what we have to find. Now, option A. In case of option A, when I pass through this part, because ये वाले part का when I look at this view, it will be an L of 2 by 2 units. वो 2 by 2 units का L यहाँ से easily pass हो जाएगा. So yes, A works. With case of option B, when I pass through this part against the same side, I will be able to pass through a 3 by 2 unit, which will actually pass through this whole hole like this. पूरे hole से वो pass हो जाएगा easily. So B also works. With case of option C, again from the same side, 3 by 2 units वाला जो part है वो यहाँ से pass हो सकता है. So this view, when I push the whole solid through this side, it passes through it easily, no issues. D वाला जो part है उसमें, again from this same side, I will first pass through this much part, okay? I will first pass through that much part, which will move through this much. After that, I will slide this down. I will slide it down when I come here. When I slide it down, I will then pass the remaining this much and this much part through it. So D will also pass. So all the options A, B, C and D are correct here. Okay. We'll move to the next one. The figure given shows 6 bar charts corresponding to the volume of agriculture produced from farms of various farmers. The actual quantities are shown in the figure. Red bars indicate tomatoes, green leafy vegetables, blue bars indicates berries. Assume that they have seen each other's bar charts, who can correctly make at least one of the statements. The first statements, we'll go from statement to statement, okay? The first statement reads, everyone who produce one item more than what I produce, she also produce every other item. Next, second statement, everyone who produce one item less than what I produce, she also produce at least one other item. Okay. So the options are Vinita, Priya, Neela, and Sunita. Vinita, Priya, Neela, and Sunita. We just have to look at these three people. Okay. First statement, everyone who produce any one item more than what I produce, she also produce every other item. What it means is of all those four, there's one person who will be producing the least amount. Now, if I look at all these four people who is producing the least amount, there's one person, Sunita, who is producing less number of tomatoes and berries, but her leafy vegetable green bar chart is more, which is 60, which is equal to Vinita and Priya. So obviously, of all four people who are given to us, none of them can make the first claim. Because Sunita can still make it, but then she's also stuck with 60 being equal in these two. And then Neela is obviously producing more than that. So yeah, it works with Neela, but does not work with Vinita and Priya, where the leafy vegetables are equal. Does not work. Next statement. Everyone who produce one item less than what I produce, she also produce at least one other item less. So two items are less than me, basically. Okay. We'll start with Vinita. Vinita. Vinita के केस में मैंने compared Vinita and Nali. विनीता एंड नली में से वन आइटम लेस तो नहीं होगा, एक ही आइटम लेस है विच इज लीफी वेजिटेबल्स। ये दोनों तो इक्वल है और ये तो ज्यादा है, सो विनीता इज नॉट पॉसिबल टू इज नॉट शी इज नॉट शी कैन नॉट मेक द सेकंड क्लेम। She also, we also established first that none of the four can make the first claim. So this first second claim then we have moved to सेकेंड क्लेम में we found out विनीता नहीं कर सकती because by the first comparison of विनीता and नली only we can say that वो नहीं possible है क्योंकि एक ही कम है, leafy vegetables ही कम है, left tomatoes are equal, so that's not possible. Next we'll move to Priya. Can Priya make the claim? So Priya, again, when I compare it with Sunita, the same issue that we are facing with Vinita and Nali comes up, where दो सुनीता टमेटोज कम प्रोड्यूस करती है बट उसके बेरीज और उसके लीफी वेजिटेबल्स आर इक्वल, सो इवन प्रिया कैन नॉट मेक द सेकेंड क्लेम, नॉट पॉसिबल. नेक्स्ट विल मूव टू नीला. कैन नीला मेक दिस क्लेम? So when I compare Neela with Vinita, we for everyone we just need two commodities less than what what one person is producing. So in compared to Neela and Vinita, tomatoes 1, leafy vegetables come hai Vinita ke, so 2, and then even the berries are come. So she can, in her case, all three are less. With Nali, uh, Nali and Neela, when I compare both of them, tomatoes, leafy vegetables are less, so 2. Sukanya, when we compare with Neela, all three are less. Neela and Priya, when you compare, it comes to leafy vegetables and berries, so 2. Sunita and Neela, when you compare, it comes to tomatoes and berries and even leafy vegetables, so 3. So yes, Neela can make this claim because हर एक केस में कम से कम दो तो आइटम्स हमको मिल गई है with the other person who is producing less. Okay. सुनीता के केस में अगेन व्हेन यू कंपेयर सुनीता विथ नीला, एक ही कमोडिटी कम है एज कंपेयर टू सुनीता के रेफरेंस में नीला, सुनीता की एक ही कमोडिटी कम है, सॉरी सुनीता की दो कमोडिटी, या सॉरी सुनीता की सारी, सुनीता और नीला का कंपेयर करोगे तो नीला इज प्रोड्यूसिंग मोर देन सुनीता इन ऑल थ्री, सो सुनीता के केस में भी वो सेटिस्फाई नहीं करेगा, सो ये भी गलत है. सो ओनली आंसर सी विच इज नीला इज करेक्ट. वी कैन मेक दिस वन क्लेम ऑफ, वो भी क्लेम नंबर 2. क्लेम नंबर 1 nobody can claim. Okay, we'll move to the next one. The figure shows 4 road networks. Which of the 4 road networks can be traversed by a traveler such that the following challenge can be satisfied? The traveler must cover all the roads in the network. She is allowed to visit a city more than once. The traveler has to cover all road networks. She is allowed to visit one city more than once, but she is not allowed to travel on any road more than once. Also, the traveler must come back to the city where she starts. One or more options are correct. So in this case, there are only 2 options which are possible. One is this route, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, ये 7 आएगा, 8 and then 9. Then we reach back to Aurangabad where we started. So B is correct. And another one will be this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we reach back to Kolkata in the 7th road. So D. Only B and D are possible in this case. Okay. We move to the next one. The grid of squares shown in the figure is to be tiled, while the width with the tiles shown in the options. The covering tile must not overlap and should not have gaps around them. Only 4 squares in the middle are not to be tiled. Since a tile is chosen, other tiles must be of that type only, and tiles can be flipped, rotated if required. Which of the tiles can be used to tile the given grid? One or more options are possible. We do not have to tile here in the middle. The square in the middle does not needs to be tiled. बाकी सब tile होना चाहिए, overlap नहीं होना चाहिए और gaps भी नहीं होना चाहिए. Okay. So this is how it happens. This is option A. This is A, जिसमें ये 3/2 का grid आप बना सकते हो ऐसे. This is a 3/2 grid. This is A, B, C, and D. So in case of option A, आपका ये वाला जो part है, this much part gets left around. Okay, so वो नहीं possible है. With case of option B, even if I start interlocking like this, आपके corners रह जाएंगे, which is not possible. So we cannot have any left around spaces. With case of C, the grid happens here like this. Okay, so yes, C is possible. We need a 4/2 grid, which works. D also forms a 4/2 grid, जिसमें आप अगेन जैसे आपने A में रोटेट करके एडजस्ट किया वैसे ही हम इसको रोटेट करके रखेंगे तो ऐसा फॉर्म होगा. So yeah, this can be further filled up like this, जिसमें आपका सेंटर वाला पार्ट खाली रहेगा सब में. Okay, will now, yeah, 1 second, ये वाला पार्ट आपका खाली रहेगा. Okay, so correct answer here is C and D, both are correct. Okay, I'll end today's session with this. Thank you so much.